Wilmington, North Carolina, a city known for its stunning coastline, vibrant riverfront, and rich history, is facing a crisis that many residents never expected. The ocean is rising, storms are intensifying, and flooding is becoming a daily reality. In some areas, streets that were dry a decade ago now flood regularly, and the situation is getting worse. How long does Wilmington have before the water takes over? What has the city done to prepare, and will it be enough? Stick with us as we uncover the truth, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights into how climate change is reshaping our world. Why Wilmington is in trouble. Climate change is no longer a distant concern. It's happening now. Global temperatures are rising, and with them, ice caps in Greenland and Antarctica are melting at record speeds. More than 400 billion tons of ice are lost each year, pouring into the ocean and raising sea levels. But that's not the only problem. As water heats up, it expands, pushing tides higher and worsening flooding in coastal cities like Wilmington. At the same time, storms are becoming stronger. Warmer ocean waters act as fuel for hurricanes, increasing their intensity, bringing heavier rainfall, and making storm surges even more destructive. Wilmington, sitting right along the Atlantic hurricane path, has already faced a string of devastating storms. In the past decade, the region has seen some of the most intense hurricanes in its history, leaving behind costly damage and worsening flooding concerns. Every year, the risk of catastrophic flooding grows, leaving many to wonder how long the city can hold out. What's being done? City officials are fully aware of the dangers posed by rising sea levels and worsening storms, and multiple efforts are underway to reduce the risk. Large-scale stormwater drainage improvements have been launched to help manage heavy rainfall, while stricter building codes now require new developments to be built above projected flood levels. One of the biggest priorities is the restoration of natural flood barriers. Marshes, wetlands, and sand dunes are being reinforced to absorb storm surges and slow erosion. The city has also invested heavily in beach renourishment projects, adding massive amounts of sand to replace what is lost due to rising tides. However, these projects are expensive and only provide temporary relief. In 2023, Wilmington introduced its Coastal Resilience Action Plan, a long-term strategy aimed at strengthening seawalls, updating critical infrastructure, and securing federal funding for large-scale flood prevention. Additionally, North Carolina's state government has proposed new funding initiatives for cities like Wilmington to improve climate resilience. However, some experts argue that while these measures help in the short term, they won't stop the ocean from rising indefinitely. Flooding is already changing Wilmington's landscape. Despite these efforts, Wilmington is already experiencing major changes. High tides are creeping further inland, flooding streets, homes, and businesses, even on sunny days. What was once considered an occasional inconvenience is now a persistent issue. In the 1950s, sunny day flooding happened only a few times per year. Today, it occurs dozens of times annually, disrupting traffic and causing property damage. Saltwater intrusion is another growing concern. As seawater seeps into Wilmington's groundwater, it is corroding infrastructure, damaging roads, and threatening drinking water supplies. Homeowners in flood-prone neighborhoods are also facing skyrocketing insurance costs, with some even struggling to find coverage as major insurers pull out of high-risk areas. Wilmington's economy under threat. Tourism is a cornerstone of Wilmington's economy, but rising seas could put that at risk. Visitors come for the beaches. But as coastal erosion accelerates, those sandy shores could start disappearing faster than renourishment efforts can replace them. Hotels, restaurants, and local businesses that rely on tourism revenue could struggle if flooding becomes too frequent. Real estate is also taking a hit. Home buyers and investors are becoming more hesitant to purchase property in high-risk flood zones, causing property values in vulnerable areas to decline. Some insurance companies have already started pulling out of coastal areas altogether, leaving homeowners with fewer options and higher costs. Beyond tourism and real estate, Wilmington's environment is also suffering. Rising waters are swallowing marshlands, disrupting fish populations, and threatening species that rely on stable coastal ecosystems. If major action isn't taken soon, the natural beauty and resources that make Wilmington unique could be lost forever. The big question: when will Wilmington be underwater? So how much time does Wilmington really have? Scientists say the situation is worsening faster than expected. According to National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, sea levels along the North Carolina coast have risen by nearly 12 inches over the past century. But the alarming part? Nearly half of that increase has happened in just the past 30 years. If this trend continues, Wilmington could see another 2 to 3 feet of sea level rise by 2050. That would mean frequent and severe flooding, making some neighborhoods completely unlivable. By 2100, the worst-case projections estimate sea levels could rise by 6 feet or more. At that level, large parts of Wilmington, including sections of downtown and major roadways, could be permanently submerged. The cost of maintaining flood-prone infrastructure could become unsustainable, forcing difficult decisions about which areas can be saved and which may need to be abandoned. Without major action, Wilmington's future as a thriving coastal city is in serious jeopardy. The question isn't just when Wilmington will be underwater, it's whether we can do enough to prevent it. While the city is taking action, rising sea levels don't wait for infrastructure projects to catch up. Unless major climate policies are enacted on a global scale, Wilmington may face some tough choices in the coming decades. What do you think? Can Wilmington stay ahead of the rising tide, or is it just a matter of time before the ocean wins? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe to stay informed on how climate change is shaping the future of coastal cities.